In 2016, when Lloyd and I first relocated to the UK, I kept a video diary, sharing the first year of our adventures and day-to-day lives in this new hemisphere with those in our first home back in Australia, and with anyone intrigued to know more about the life of expats. In the middle of the weird year of 2021, for a variety of reasons, one of which of course was the impact of the pandemic, we made the decision to relocate again. A smaller journey this time, for Lloyd to transition from an academic role to a government research role in clean energy. Whilst it was sad to leave the friends and connections we'd made in Southampton, this new adventure was an exciting move, for the new and important line of work for Lloyd, for seeing a different part of the UK, and for me, for a chance to start fresh and make connections with the expectation of staying rather than just passing through. As we transition to this new home and explore this new place, I wanted to share the journey again. This video diary won't run for the whole year or detail as many different adventures, but I hope to cover some of the ways Yorkshire differs from Hampshire, how we go about making a new place home, and what day-to-day life begins to look like here as we settle in. So I hope that this will give everyone some insight into what life on this side of the world is like for us now, how we've changed, and the differences perhaps between a couple of different parts of England. The most immediately obvious difference between Southampton and Sheffield is size. Sheffield is much bigger, and with that comes vibrance and variety. On the recommendation of an Aussie friend, I've been using the Bumble BFF app, which links people who are new to an area or who are looking for new friends with others nearby who are in the same situation and have similar interests. So with new connections found this way, I've been introduced to a number of events and places around town, including Endcliffe Park, local street art and craft markets, and the beautifully named Terrace House board game cafe. A really big group of new connections from the app, most of whom had never met each other, attended the Art in the Gardens event in the Sheffield Botanical Gardens together, and all got along amazingly well. That event in itself was huge, with everything from galleries of work from professional painters through to local artisan stalls with pottery, glass blowing, leatherwork and sewing. It was pretty hard to see everything with a big group in tow, but I think we did pretty well. The other major change from Southampton life for us is the shift from a one-bedroom flat to a terrace house, complete with a cellar and an attic, which we use as a study. If we'd moved here direct from Australia, where we'd been used to a huge garden and living areas you can fit guests into, it would have felt small. But coming from the flat, it's a whole new thing to get used to living in a house again. It still surprises me sometimes to remember that I have to go downstairs to answer the door, and it's a delight to have a separate space for working on and storing art and writing stuff. Our current home is in Hillsborough, which is a short tram ride from the city centre. We don't have a lot of outdoor space, but compared with none at all at the flat, it's very exciting to have been able to start a garden of pots outside the back door, where I've spent many a morning sitting at the back step with my tea and befriending local cats. Sheffield also features a cat cafe, Tabby Teas, where Lloyd and I have spent a happy afternoon as part of my birthday celebrations. When I haven't been out meeting new connections, walking or patting cats, I've been making steady progress on my novel from the new attic office and working on the virtual exhibition projects that have become one of my creative pursuits of choice since the first lockdown. It's a really satisfying thing to connect artists and other types of creatives from all different parts of the world with each other and with new audiences. Lloyd has started in his new role, and after one very unfortunate encounter with the tram tracks early on, he's been able to successfully cycle to the site. In the next diary entry, I hope to be able to show you more of our routine, Sheffield city centre, and hopefully a bit of the nearby Peak District National Park. In the meantime, you can probably find me typing up storytime stories, doing illustrations, or getting excited about the next chapter in my novel, as well as in our new adventures. So thanks for watching, stay creative and quirky, and have a cuppa for me, and I'll see you next time.